Welcome back to Financial Health for Noobs, and I'm your host, Rashad. In my last video, I explained what was the difference between a FICO score and a Vantage score. I hope you all found it educational and informational, as that's something I feel like that's pertinent in our everyday lives, something that will help us increase our financial intelligence and to help us make better financial sound decisions when it comes to making larger financial transactions, whether you're going to buy that new multi-million dream home or you're going to buy that new McLaren 720S. Now, my next series of videos is going to be a set of 5. And the first one is going to focus on your credit payment history, which is 35% of your overall credit score and is the single biggest determining factor on whether or not a lender and or institution will lend you out that loan. Now, I want you to imagine back you're in 4th grade and you're in math class and you have a pie. Remember that pie where it was like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 and equal whole? Well, this is your credit score. And your credit payment history is 35% of that credit score. So I'm going to break down the do's and the don'ts of keeping your credit payment history at 100%, provided that you follow the following instructions. So we're going to jump right on into it. And I'm going to explain it to you like you're 5, so that way you understand it. Because if I did it the other way, I'm not really sure you would understand it. Hell, I didn't even understand it. So let's jump into it. Your credit payment history is a record of how you've paid your bills in the past. It's an important factor in determining your credit score, which is a number that lenders use to decide whether or not to give you a loan. Your payment history is made up of how often you pay your bills on time, how many times you've been late, and how much money you owe. Why credit payment history is important. Got a couple things from a couple bullet points, 4 or 5 bullet points, and I'm going to break down again the do's and the don'ts of credit payment history and how to keep it 100% and what will happen possibly if you don't if you don't pay your bills on time and keep that perfect track record. Okay, why credit payment history is important. Your credit payment history is important because it shows potential lenders how reliable you are when it comes to paying your bills. If you have a good payment history, lenders will be more likely to give you a loan and you may even get better interest rates. So, one of the benefits of paying your bills on time, no matter what it is, car, house, credit card, electric, phone bill, is that you may potentially be eligible for a lower interest rate. So what that means is paying your bills on time. You get a car, a used car, and you paid it on time for the whole, let's say, 2-year term. When you go back in, that same lender will be like, hey, you paid your bills on time every time. So here's what we're gonna do. I know we gave you a 12% APR last time, but this time we're gonna give you a 4.5 APR. That does happen, folks. So that is one of the benefits of paying your bills on time. Let's see. If you look here on the screen, this is a snapshot of my own credit payment history. It's at 98%. Let's just say I made a gamble and the gamble didn't turn out how I was supposed to be. And I ended up being 30 days late on a payment, which was a credit card, and they flagged me for it, even though I think it was 29, but they say it was 30, but can't really do anything. I could dispute it, but it wouldn't be worth it. So I'm at 98% right now. I think I should feel like I should be at 99, but that's my own opinion. Anyways, let's jump back into this. How to keep your payment history at 100%. The best way to keep your payment history at 100% is to make sure you pay your bills on time. Set reminders for yourself so that you don't forget and try to pay your bills as soon as you get them. So don't be a procrastinator like I used to be. I'll see a bill, oh, I'll pay it in a week, or oh, I'll do it tomorrow. As soon as you see that bill come in the mail, get on the phone, get on your computer, dial it up, whatever you have to do, and pay that bill, folks. It will save you time and it will save you a headache in the future. Another little neat feature that a lot of creditors or not bill payment collectors, institutions, they have a thing called autopay. And when you select the autopay, you can toggle the switch on or off. When you toggle on, it will automatically debit the money out of your account that you owe to that financial institution. And another little neat thing about it is some of them also give you like $5 off or $10 off. So after a while, if you pay your bill, say for a year, say it's $10, that's $120 off of your bill that you have saved. Doesn't sound like a lot, but every little penny adds up, y'all. So just make sure you pay your bill on time. And if it does have auto pay, I would highly, highly recommend that you do select that and just have it debited out your account. Just make sure you've accounted for it throughout the week or throughout the month, whatever the case that you need to do. What defines a late payment? A late payment is defined as any payment that is not received by the due date. Most lenders will give you a grace period of a few days, but if your payment is still late after that, it will report it to the credit bureau. So a lot of creditors, lenders, institutions, they have what's called a grace period. We have a Honda, and we have our Honda finance through Honda. Now, Honda has a grace period of 7 days where they won't count it against you. Anything after that 7 days, they will count it as late. Now, they technically won't count it as a late payment because it hasn't reached that 30 days. But what a lot of institutions and a lot of lenders like to do is they will tack on a late fee. And those late fees do add up. I know with Honda, we were late. One time, I think it was like 8 days, we were switching payment schedules, and they tacked on like a $35 late fee. Listen, those late fees add up. So pay them on time. And if you can't pay your bill on time, all you have to do is simply contact your financial institution or your lender or creditor and say, hey, my name is John Smith. I ran into a brief problem. Is it okay if I'm a couple days late? Some of them will say, hey, John Smith, no problem. We already have a grace period in place. It's 3 days. Anything after that, we will assess a $15 late penalty payment, and anything after 30 days, we will report to the credit bureaus. So it might go something like that. So if you are going to be late, just try and be in contact with your institution or lender. Most of the times they have a grace period and they'll give you that grace period. How long late payments stay on your credit? Late payments stay on your credit report for up to 7 years. However, the older the late payment is, the less impact it will have on your credit score. 7 years, y'all. So just one late payment can stay on your credit report for 7 years. So that payment I was late on my credit card last year, it can stay on my credit report up to 7 years. That's one of the cons of not paying your bills on time. That's one of the don'ts. This is why I recommend that you pay your bills on time, pay it as soon as you get it, auto pay, stuff like that, because not only can you assess a late penalty, it can stay on there for up to 7 years. So late penalty up to 7 years, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If things happen, I do understand that, but it's just not worth it. Okay, how late payments affect your credit. Late payments can have a significant impact on your score. The more late payments you have, the lower your credit score will be. Even one late payment can cause your score to significantly drop by as much as 100 points. Y'all, that is serious. I know I can attest to that. Remember that late payment I said I had on my credit card? 34 points. 34 points for one payment. Y'all, it is not worth it. Now, if you look here on the screen, right here in the bottom corner, this is a snapshot of credit payment history. You have 90%, and then you have on the left, and then all the way at the right, you have 100%, which is excellent. I'm hovering right there at good, which is 98 to 99%. Again, I think I should be at 99%, but whatever, because that one late payment, I can't see it affecting that much, but apparently it did. Like, it's on my credit report. So you always want to be in 100%. If you can't be in 100%, we understand, or just understand that you're going to go down to the 98 and 99%, but it's okay. You can always work yourself back up to that 100%. Just keep paying those bills on time, I promise. Again, remember, it only stays on there 7 years. So worst case scenario, stays on there 7 years. After 7 years, it drops off of your credit and you work your way back up to 100%. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was on your credit score. Your credit payment history is 35%. Biggest determining factor on whether or not lenders will give you out a loan or shell you out a line of credit. Please pay your bills on time, folks. It's not worth it. It's not worth the headache and or the stress or troubles it will cause you down the line. Again, I can attest to that. I will include in here the links and the places where I cited my sources or where I reference them at. I know one of them is Experian. I think another one is Nerd Wallet or Geek Squad or one of those cases. But anyways, stay tuned, folks. I will be back next week with another informational video that will help you better your financial intelligence. So until then, stay financially responsible. And remember, if you like this video, please drop a like, a comment, and share it to whoever needs to hear this. I appreciate that. So until the next time, stay financially responsible. My name is Rashad. Have an amazing day. Peace.